People have a prison of gold bars. Think they're not in prison because the bars are made of gold. Any amount of desire is a prison. Let's start this episode right off the bat, jumping right into the deep end with this reflection. Any amount of desire is a prison. What's that adage? It's iron bars do not a prison make. That a prison is not just, you could be. According to this philosophy, according to the early apostles, according to Socrates, you can be imprisoned and free. According to this philosophy, according to early apostles, according to someone like Socrates, you can be imprisoned and still free. You can walk around thinking you're free, but imprisoned in 1,000 different ways. And this philosophy is explicit, is clear, is succinct so often. It is so concise so often, but it is also extreme, with a viewpoint that any amount of desire is a prison. Swami will often say in lectures that people have a prison of gold bars. They think they're not in prison because the bars are made of gold. Symbolically meaning you might think you're free because you might have a handful of aspects of your material life that just feels like, man, I'm doing really well. And yet that strong desire for the house, that promotion, strong desire for the kids to grow up perfectly healthy, the strong desire for this amount of money, a financial milestone that you want to hit, that you think, okay, once I get there, then it'll really be freedom. And that's if you have 2, 3, 4 major desires, much less most humans walking around with, as the Buddhists say, 10,000 things. The 10,000 things that we require to be happy. Any amount of desire is a prison. Meaning that any amount of desire for anything. And the goal of this philosophy is over time. And it doesn't happen overnight. Rivers don't turn at 90-degree angles. Over time, to eliminate desire more and more through a path that's very simple. Knowledge of the self. Through study, reflection, and it's like clockwork. It's mechanistic. It's quite profound. Through study and reflection, 10, 15 minutes a day perhaps. Through that study and reflection, on a daily basis, you reach for the higher rungs of the ladder, and the lower rungs are no longer relevant. You reach for the higher and the lower falls away. It's like your childhood with 300 different toys that you loved, that when you find something that's a little more interesting, a little more exciting, those have no use in your life anymore. That's how an elimination of our desires should work, is you reach for the higher. The lower falls away. It's not you saying, I don't want to have any desire. I'm going to get rid of these 10 different major desires I have, and I'm just going to repress them, suppress them. No, it's not that at all. It's actually hijack your propensity for desire, but desire something higher. Desire peace, inner peace, rather than outer prosperity. Start to dissect the anatomy of that inner peace. Oh, that comes when I serve the people around me. Oh, wow, I destroy my inner peace when I do something outlandishly selfish. Destroys my inner peace. Develop a sensitivity to get that thing, inner peace. That sensitivity then develops into a set of practices or approaches to life and work or personal situations that differs from maybe how you would have done it before, just because you've latched onto a higher desire. It's like wanting to ride a bike versus playing with dolls. It's just a higher version of something that playing with the dolls doesn't provide you. It's more fun. It's no more profound than that. It's just hijacking our propensity for desire, setting our sights a little bit higher. And then from there, like climbing a ladder, a little bit higher from there, a little bit higher. And the lower rungs are just less and less necessary, to where they're irrelevant once your foot is no longer on one of the lower rungs. You, as Swami will often say, humans can't give anything up. You can only take something up. Take up the higher, lower it falls away. And that knowledge of the self, knowledge of yourself, knowledge of how to get what you want, like inner peace. That is a daily practice. And the desires just start dying on the vine. But if there are any desires, still a prison. Your prison cell might have gone from 10 by 10 feet to 30 by 30 feet. Might have gone from iron bars to gold bars. It might have a really kick-ass TV in it, a comfortable couch, comfortable bed, and yet it's still a prison where you're walking in a certain direction. After a few feet, you're just smacked in the face with the agitation that comes from an interruption in your desire. The desire for inner peace. Even understanding the anatomy of inner peace, that's still a 30 by 30 cell. Something throws that inner peace off and you're instantly agitated for an entire afternoon. A sentence. I remember getting a text. I thought everything was all good with this thing at work. And I got a text from the company that was going to buy our company. It was like everything was set. And I got a text from the executive that was making the acquisition. Like a 4-word, 5-word text. Destroyed me for days. And it was basically just like, the team is still evaluating if it's the right fit, but excited to see what they come up with. And I'm like, wait, I thought you were the decider. I thought you were the decision maker. I thought this was already a done deal. We already agreed on this. We had 17 different meetings with all the different executives, founders. I thought this was like a done deal. And he wrote me a text. And I remember being in a hotel room in Austin, being like, holy shit. 3-4 months of work, them approaching us, and this might not happen. I was like, I went from made in the shade to destroyed because, well, that prison was 15 by 15 feet. I hit the wall. Any desire we have, I have them. This is a reflection. Every reflection is a reflection for myself as much as anyone else. It is a ticking time bomb. Discovering, oh God, there are prison walls all around me that I was ignorant of until that desire got interrupted. So what do we do with this? Have the desires that we have. Don't repress them. Don't ignore them. But recognize, I need some elbow room from that. As is said in this philosophy, when you want to quit an addiction, do it. But do it with the intention of stopping. Eat that whole bar of chocolate for the 3rd time in the last week when you just wanted to have a couple pieces. But do it with the intention of stopping. All right, I want to get to the point where I no longer require a cigarette every 3 hours. Do it. Don't repress it. But while you're doing it, do it with the intention of stopping it. Have that desire. But while you're indulging in it or while you're reflecting on, man, I've got a strong desire for it, have it. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't regret it. Don't suppress it, but see it for what it is. Oh, that is a ticking time bomb. That is a prison that I'm in. And if you've got the 10,000 things that we all desire, it's 10,000 prisons currently living in that I really want to break free from day by day. Reflection through reflection, recognizing that desire is not what we think it is a symbol of freedom, but recognizing, oh God, that desire for that promotion, that desire for that financial goal, that desire for name, fame, validation, that desire for my father to give me the validation that I really need from that desire is a prison. Do I want to be in that prison? I don't know how long I'm going to exist within it, but that desire is me just walking right into the prison, locking the door, and tossing the keys out of arm's reach. Do I really want to do that over and over again with each desire that I accumulate? Any amount of desire is a prison. Kick the tires on this reflection. Maybe that's not the case for you. Maybe your desires are freedom. Maybe all of the things that you've ever desired right on the other side led to absolute freedom. Or speaking for myself, maybe it was a mirage after a mirage after a mirage. You get up close. It's not the water you think it is. It's an illusion that fades right on the other side of achieving that thing, getting that thing, or getting close to that validation, and then it eludes you further. Getting close to that admiration, it eludes you further, causing more pain than pleasure, and maybe it's another few square feet of the prison cell, but a prison nonetheless. That is today's reflection, the Daily Vedantic. And the next time you think through something that you have perhaps an unhealthy desire for, reflect on whether that is freedom or that thought flow, that attachment, that desire. Is it a prison? We'll see you next time.